Hello and welcome to my third ever long video on this channel. I couldn't really think of anything to post, so I decided to steal some ideas from other channels. And that idea that I stole is reading something in a set amount of time. That's a very loose idea, so I'm gonna pinpoint it down to specifically reading Parasyte in 24 hours. All of it. And by all, I mean all 8 volumes, which are about the size of a 2-in-1 each. It's the Parasyte hardcover, the full color editions. This is inspired by Tennis, which is one of, if not my favorite manga YouTuber. He has good videos and I like his ideas, so I'm gonna steal one. I just looked back on that first clip and I realized I'm blinking so much. I swear I'm not in trouble. Anyways, I'm recording this little bit a day before I start. I'm gonna try to start tomorrow at around 11 a.m. and then it'll be 24 hours to read all 8. I'm a really slow reader, so whether or not 28 hours or 24 hours is actually enough, I'll be honest, I don't think it is. But it gives me a reason to read it, and I just finished collecting it all. I'm excited for that. I'm giving myself a chance to, the day after today that I'm recording this, to wake up and finish it, you know? Also, I just want to make it clear, I'm not the type of person to lie about small stuff like this, so if I don't manage to read all 8 volumes in the 24 hours, I will let the video know, or let you guys know. But regardless, I'm still going to finish reading it. I'm just going to clickbait you if I do manage to fail and still say reading Parasyte in 24 hours, even if it does turn out to be like, 36. I'm still going to clickbait you, but in the video, at the end, I won't lie. I'll be like, oh man, I didn't manage to read it all. I think I'm going to enjoy reading it, so I guess next clip is going to be of the next day. Alright, it's the next morning. It's 8:25 and I'm going to go down and get some exercise. The time is now 9:36 and I've been asked to work from 1 to 3 just to cover some stuff. So I'm just gonna get started reading now, and I'm gonna sit in my bed and I'm gonna read it, and I'm not gonna leave. Alright, you can see here, setting the timer for 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. So it's 9:37, or it might be 9:38 right now. I have my headphones, although I just showered so my hair's wet, so I'm not going to put my headphones on yet. But I have my headphones, my little night light, even though it's daytime, and a timer. So at 9:37 or 38 tomorrow, this will go off, and I bet I'll have finished Parasyte by then. So we'll just get it started right now. Alright, so what I think I'm going to be doing, and I apologize, 4 minutes into the video and I'm just starting to read, I mean it's terrible, but I'm going to show the chapters at the start when I start reading it, and then some crappy b-roll of me reading it, so excuse that. I just finished chapter 1, and that took a good old 8 minutes. Also, my bad. I recorded all of this entire thing. I did this at the start of February, and it's February 24th, and I'm just now recording the voiceover. My bad. I've been busy, kinda. I also been watching some anime and reading some other manga, so I just never really got around to making a video. I just finished volume 1. and it took just a little under 1 hour. So if I can read the others like I just did with this one, I think this will be very manageable actually. It's 10:36 right now, so I'm gonna eat some breakfast really quickly, and then I'll start recording again, and I'll start reading volume 2. This is the breakfast. Just some toast and eggs, some chili crisp, and this isn't sponsored by any means, but this is like some crack. This is so good. I put it on everything. It's not very good for you, but I put it on everything. This stuff is so good. So I'm done with volume 1. I'm done with the P book. So let's start on the first A book, volume 2. I'm just going to start reading it now. It is 10:55 and I have 21 hours and 42 minutes left. I can get started on it now, and I have to leave at around 12:30, so I think this will give me just around enough time to finish that and then get ready for work. I'm not gonna lie, looking back at all of these clips really makes me think like, damn, I'm an ugly reader, and like, damn, I'm sitting in a weird position, and like that type of stuff. But I finished volume 2. Time is 11:47, and this one actually took me less than an hour to read, so I feel like making good time. I won't be able to read until like 3 o'clock now because it's Friday, and me and my dad have a tradition of getting subs every Friday, so I'm gonna go out and get a sub for me and him, and then we're gonna eat lunch, and then I gotta go to work. I won't be able to read for the next 3 hours, which is gonna shave a lot of time down, but you know, it's fine. I don't even know if I've ever showed my motorcycle on this account, so this is basically what I'm going to be riding for a little bit while when I start posting motorcycle content. But it's only a 500, so I'm planning to sell it soon, and in the summer, so in like a little under half a year. But alright, I'm gonna head to work. I just had lunch, and then I'll start reading again a bit later. I think I'm a bit under 20 hours left in the challenge. I'm off of work, and I decided I wanted a change of atmosphere, so I'm gonna read the 3rd volume at a local park that is near my house. Yeah, I'm gonna put my headphones on, and I'm just gonna sit and read volume 3 of Parasyte. I brought the 4th volume too, but just in case, but I don't think I want to be here more than an hour, so I'm just gonna read this, and then I'm gonna be back on my way, and I'm gonna go home and get to finishing Parasyte. It's 3:26, and there is 17 hours, 10 minutes, and this many seconds left of the challenge. Bro, I'm gonna be so honest. I felt so awkward recording this little clip in the park. Like I did it strategically when the last person walked past me, but like, holy shit, I felt weird sitting there reading. This is just the last page too. I just finished volume 3, and it's getting kind of warm out here, and I have a hoodie on, so I think I'm gonna head home. It's currently 4:31. I have 16 hours and 6 minutes, so that volume took me about an hour to read. I'm gonna head home and go straight back to reading, so see you there. I brought this one with me just in case I decided I want to keep reading outside of my house, but I didn't really want to. So we got volume 4, and you know, we're just gonna jump into it. This is the midpoint of the series. Once I finish it, I'll be halfway done. Dude, I'm really pressing those pages up against the camera. Anyways, check out this alternate perspective of me reading. I think it's the better perspective. Oh my gosh, that jump scared even me. This was that sub I was talking about earlier. Oh, me back to reading again. What the heck am I doing? I just finished volume 4, so I've reached the midway point. If you want to hear my thoughts, honestly, I think it's incredible. I mean, it's really stood the test of time. It came out in like the late 80s. I'm a really big fan of the coloring, because it's the full color edition. I'm a big fan of the colored panels. But I mean, for a horror manga, it's so good. We're starting to get like elements of mystery in it because now like the police have like discovered the existence of parasites, so that's kind of fun seeing that get uncovered. But at the very end of volume 4, Shinichi gets found out that he has a parasite. So where that leads, I don't know. I'll see that when I start volume 5, but I'm getting kind of tired, so I'm gonna go down and make myself some shots of espresso with the espresso machine that my parents just recently bought for some reason. Oh, also, to update, it's currently 5:52, and I have 14 hours and 45 minutes left, so honestly, I kind of need to start moving because that 14 hours isn't taking into account the amount of time I'm sleeping, so I have roughly like six-ish something hours to read the last 4 volumes of Parasyte, so time to go. Alright, maybe it's just my time management, but taking into account the amount of time I have left, plus the amount of sleep that I'm probably going to be sleeping because I like sleeping, I feel kind of pressed for time, so I'm just going to start reading right now. And start reading right now, I did. I mean, look at this perspective, look at this angle. You can clearly tell that I did this on purpose so you could see what some of the panels look like. Oh my gosh. Look at this smart guy with his toothpick in his mouth. Done with volume 5. Just like every other volume, it's been really fun to read. The time is 7:04, and we got 13 hours and 32 minutes left of this challenge. So I'm just gonna go and start reading the volume 6. I'm gonna try to read volume 6 and 7 tonight, or now, at least before I go to sleep. And then I will, if I have energy, I'll read the last one. But if I don't, I'll read volume 8 tomorrow morning. It's getting interesting. Shinichi's getting hunted down by all the other parasites. So, who knows what's going to happen, and I'm excited to find out. I also wanted to point out, those 2 blonde shots that I drank, those the espresso, they were both blonde, so extra caffeine. I'm feeling great right now. I'm energized. I'm not tired. I'm taking like breaks in between some of the chapters, but that's just because like I've read so much today that I'm almost like, I wouldn't say losing my mind, but like my mind's starting to like almost melt at the fact that I'm actually reading reading this many words, because I don't do that normally. But I'm just gonna keep reading, and let's go. Alright, some more chapters. After almost a month a month has gone since recording this, and I'm not gonna lie, this angle is like borderline inappropriate, but because you can see Vagabond in the background, I think it flies. This was definitely just to show off the colored panels, that's literally it. Another check-in, and I finished volume 6. It currently ended on some sort of interrogation. I don't exactly know what's going on, to be honest, but I'm still entertained. It's still intriguing, and I'm still excited to keep reading. I know you kind of need to expect a spoiler alert when you're watching a video like that, but I'm just gonna say spoiler alert. This is volume 6 out of 8, and the person who I thought was the main antagonist just died, with 2 volumes left to go. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens now, because the entire series had kind of led up to this one character, but now this character's dead. But yeah, I mean, no one knows that Shinichi has a parasite in him, or that Migi exists. So I guess that's what's gonna be going down. I'm surprised. I watched the show a couple years ago, and I can't believe I don't remember any of this. I'm reading through the entire series, and none of it rings a bell, which is a good thing. Gives me a fresh take on it instead of having a idea of what the actual series is like. But it's currently 8:09, and we got 12 hours and 27 minutes left. So I'm definitely gonna read volume 7, and if I feel like it, I'll read volume 8 as well, but I don't feel like I'm that pressed for time anymore, so I think that I could happily stop at volume 7, or finish reading volume 7, and then pick it up tomorrow morning, and then finish it right around the time that the timer goes up. But I think I'm gonna grab some dinner. I'm really thirsty. I've been sitting here for like 3 hours just reading nonstop. But yeah, I think I'm gonna grab some dinner, and then I'm just gonna jump straight to volume 7. So catch you there. I should really have recorded some B-roll, but I read volume 7, so I actually haven't eaten dinner. I said in the last clip that I'd go and eat dinner, but there were a lot of people downstairs, and I didn't feel like having to interact with any of them. So I just decided to wait and read volume 7, and ended off on a cliffhanger. Most of the book stuff went down. Like, I can say that. I don't really want to give spoilers. That's why I haven't really talked actually about this series, because I definitely think this is a series that whoever sees this should check out. I mean, it's so good. I'm actually liking it so much. It's probably one of my favorite manga that I've read. The time is 10:06, and there is 10 hours and 31 minutes left to read the final volume. So probably an hour and a half, give or take. I started the challenge at 9:37 this morning, and assuming I go to sleep and wake up at my normal time, I'm gonna end up waking at 8 something, so I'll literally have an hour to read the last volume. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go down, eat something for dinner, because now I'm actually really hungry, and then I think I'll open a couple chapters of the final volume, and then tomorrow I'll read the last ones. But I don't know. Maybe the next clip will be of me holding the book saying, "Alright, I finished it. Good night." But who knows? It's 11:29 p.m. 9 hours and 7 minutes left on the timer. and I finished Parasyte Volume 8. So, gosh, man, I went down and ate dinner, and I came up and I just thought, I've read it all, and I've just been sitting here reading it. I don't want to go to sleep and then have to read it at like such a different time. I just want to finish it. So I did, and I read Volume 8, and man, bruh, I just like, I don't want it to be over, The ending was so good, and like, the second to last chapter was so emotional, between Migi and, Shinichi. And the final panel, just like, I mean, it's not even like it's anything special of a message, but you just like read it and you're just like, damn, shit's over. But what a series. If you're watching this part and you're curious if I would recommend it, I couldn't recommend it enough, honestly. Everything felt just so nice, and for such an old manga that came out 30 plus years ago, it really stands the test of time. And man, I thought that from chapter 1. Chapter 1 I read, and I just thought, this is fun. And by chapter 64, which is the last chapter, I'm just sitting here thinking like, damn. And I'm just about to go to sleep as if nothing ever happened. But I read all of Parasyte, completed it in under 24 hours, 9 hours left on the clock, so give or take 8 hours of sleep. So I basically finished it on the brink of time, because I'd only have like something about an hour left. But if I were to, bro, I'll be so honest. I'm just gonna interrupt myself as I'm speaking. I never showed you the chapters of Volume 8, and I'm not going to show you either. Buy it yourself. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. This clip is just taking way too long. Blah 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 blah. Oh wait, this part's important. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one. I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.